can compare both of them here. Look at the people of Nazareth first. They could not recognize the Messiah. After 30 years, he was on the earth. And Simon now, he recognized a 30-day baby as the Messiah. Simon recognized the baby Jesus with 30 days old as the Savior of the world, of the Messiah. Nazareth, the people of Nazareth, 30 years old man, a minister, ministering the way that he was, they could not recognize his ministry. That's why, if we don't be careful, you will see what I'm talking about, the first wave of multiplication. I was talking to Jeremy about that today. When the first wave of multiplication, the first 12 is formed, we stand up, we legitimize our 12, and the church seeks, and the church begin work on that. If we don't have our shoes and our seatbelt on, the first wave is stand up, and they are believing more than we believe. Because we still, with the mind closed, talking about Reformation, we're still with the mind closed while they're coming in with the mind reformed. They want that. What is he saying about multiplication? I want it. And we're still there. Should I? Should I not? They come in, they say, where? What I do? How do I do it? Teach me, show me, take me, choose me, me. As the cartoons, right? Me. They want to go to encounters. They want to serve in encounters. They want to clean. They want to pray. They want to do. So that's why we have to see. And I was this morning, sit down on the table over there, just by myself. And I was studying this and going through my Bible, and I said, Father, how could a man, by 30 days, a baby comes in with their parents? There was no miracle done, right? Nothing. A baby, a 30-day baby coming in. Because see, with 8 days, they need to go through the circumcision. And then on the 30th day, the baby Hebrew, the baby from Israel, had to go back to the synagogue because had gone the Sabbath, so many Sabbaths after the circumcision, and they had to be once again confirmed the dedication. So there comes a baby with their mother, with his mother, his father, and Simon said, this is the Messiah. And there comes a man performing the miracle, and the people of Nazareth says, isn't that the son of the carpenter? Isn't that Jesus? Jesus, right? Jesus, the one that is the brother of Mary, James, John. Yes. And the verse says Jesus could not do the miracle. My question was this morning what is the miracle that Jesus had prepared for Nazareth? We'll never know. Maybe when we ask him. What is the miracle? How many people are going to come back to life on that day, but it didn't? It says just a few healing, maybe headache. Some people with headache were healed. Some people with back pain was healed. But no resurrection, no big thing, because they didn't want to. And what is the difference between Simon and the people of Nazareth? I asked the Lord this morning. Honor. How is honor? Look at verse. Go back over there with me on Mark chapter 6. Jesus is going to answer. Mark chapter 6. Look what Jesus says in verse 4. Jesus said to them, what he said? A prophet has little honor. Has little honor. Has little honor. So his answer, there was no honor for him in there. So because he was not honored there, there was not Honor walks with expectation. People had not expectation in the Messiah. If you come to church on Sunday and you do not honor your church with the best as you can, have an expectation, you are a people or a person like Nazareth. If you go to the church and you get there and in your heart, not in your mouth, but your heart is saying, one more Sunday, Nazareth. There is no miracle, and then a person says, well, I knew it that nothing was going to happen. Yeah, you're right. You came in with no expectation, because no expectation walks with honor, without honor, with no honor. Expectation walks with honor, no expectation walks with no honor. So you do not honor your church, your musicians or Levites, your pastor, your seat, your place, your church, whatever you want to put it there. So there's no expectation. You just come to be a part of something that is going to finish in 2 hours and you're going to go home. Why people yet do not receive things the way that they have to receive? They do not have yet the honor in that level. Go tell those people in Brazil that y'all went there. What did they talk about their church? You're reading on the internet, and I hope you can read all these things that goes on. They had a march for Jesus. They take picture of the church, they take picture of the friends. They find a friend and take a picture of the friend. You saw that? Mm-hmm. They're honoring their friends. They're honoring their 12 fella. They're honoring. They're doing all that. Apostle Adriana had her birthday yesterday. Some of you saw it? Who was there framing of picture? Her disciples. They honor her. Of course, they receive more. Honor walks with expectation. And they put it over there. The best apostle of Brazil. And I look at that. They love. They're saying their heart. How do they do that? They got to the level of honoring that we want to get. And when they got to that level, there's no way that there's an expectation. Did you see when they start the service? Over there, he asked some couples to start, or some guy to start. Did you see when they start the service? They come in with an expectation. And they pray like never done before. And they just speak. Have y'all seen? So it's not just me speaking. Why is that? They had an expectation on you going over there. Since when they put it up on their post, you know Facebook, if you can go back, right? Go back, way back. You know when the Apostle Richard posted that post about us going, is because you did not have them yet. But you can go and start to see. Every one of them, it flooded Facebook with that post. America is coming to Itacoatiara. United States coming to Itacoatiara. They honored. What is the difference between Simon and Nazareth? Honor. Simon, it says over there, he was filled with the Spirit. Honor talks about being filled with the Spirit. Only a person that is filled with the Spirit will know really and understand really what is to honor. If not, no. You know, I'm glad in New York now they start sharing the post when you went over there. And the people in Brazil saw that, and they're very flooded. And there's somebody last night on the post that asked, who is that guy? They were asking about you. And I jumped in because they were saying in Portuguese. And I said, he's one of the disciples that God put in our church. He's a man of God. So when he's coming back to New York, I'll let you know when. We don't know the date. Why is that? I have to honor him. Are you following what I'm saying? If I don't honor him, I'm not going to have expectation in him. But if I honor him, I will have expectation that something different is going to happen on Sunday. When I asked some of you to speak, I asked Philip to speak last Sunday. I gave him the lesson. I said, it's going to come out of you under your anointing. That's fine. Was he a blessing to you last Sunday?
Amen.
And I told him. So what did I do? I honored him. So I had expectation in him. As others of you that preached before, I had expectation. So honor comes with expectation. I am expecting what's going to happen on Sunday by what I received this morning. We're talking about reformist, being a reformer in God, reforming, changing things. And this morning I was there writing down. I started writing down. I have a new book, by the way. See that? I can write my stuff down here by dates. So I was writing something down, didn't finish it, just started. But we have to have expectation. We that are mom and daddies, we have to have expectation in our children. Because many of teachers in the school that do not have God, they're not going to have expectation for them. They don't care. We have to have expectation for them. So the difference here, honor will take you to see different things. If you want to see different things, start honoring. Some of you, when you got there in Brazil, we got together in Itacoatiara, and our reception was kind of doom, right? Very different. To me, was very different, the cold water.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I forgot about that. Even today, I say, God, thank you for the hot water. There's no hot water. Cold water. So we kind of got scared of that the first night. You can ask him. He was in the room with me. I was there with my flashlight looking for the mothballs. I was there just moving. And I picked up everything and I flushed it. I picked up and I flushed it and I said, my Lord, I don't know if he's going to give me an air something here because of the smell. They put mothballs everywhere. So the expectation was, you know, what's going to happen? And then boom, you saw me preparing the message. Now who was there? You were there with me. Then some of you saw on the table, I was preparing the message. And then he said that, and then Apostle Aaron said that, and we three got on WhatsApp and said, okay. So everything began to change. But you see, because you saw through the eyes of honor, you saw different things over there. And begin to change your mind in so many things. Because you saw through a different lens. It's called lens of honor. And you saw through that the way that they see. And some in you begin, oh, now I understand this. Oh, now I can see that. Oh, I can see that. And I can see these. I can see these. So honor will take you to see different things. Honor will take you to higher levels. Levels that you have not yet reached. But when you get to that level, you begin to see. And then you see how. And we're not going to see like the Nazarene. Now I always compare chicken and eagles. Both are birds. Both have beaks. Both have wings. Both eat the same thing. Both are very close to each other in appearance. One fly, and the other one stays stuck in the same place. One goes to different places and see different views, and go around the places and see all that. The other is stuck in the same clothes in his place, laying eggs day by day. What a life! day by day, lay eggs. While the eagles also lay eggs, but in high place. They go in different places. This morning I told God, please give me off of the spirit of chicken. I want the spirit of eagle.
Amen.
I want to fly high. I want to see different things. We are called to the nations.
Amen.
We're going to go to different nations. We're eagles,
Amen.
not chicken. But depends on you. How far they want to get is more honor God's going to require from you. More to go. Remember, honor is a seed. Jesus said in Mark chapter 6 verse 4, the problem, there was a lack of honor. How many things, I ask you again, the people from Nazareth lost? What about us? I'm going to tell you something. Only people that receives a prophet like a prophet will have a reward of a prophet. I'll say that again. Only people that receives a prophet like a prophet will have a reward of a prophet. Only people that honor the prophet like a prophet will have the reward that is promised in Chronicles for a prophet, or of a prophet. So what is the difference between, once again, Simon and the people of Nazareth? What about you tonight? For just a moment, stop and I ask you again. What about you tonight? Where do you want to be? Or actually, where do you want to go and what do you want to be? I just told you the vision about seeing that convention center over here, the civic center, full. If each one of you gain 25 people to God, we can fill that place. And we go over there and we do. Everything depends on how we're doing and how we're honoring. And I ask you this, how I'm going to honor, how I'm honoring. You know, this morning I was thinking I have to honor too. I have to honor. I was here to listen to this lesson. I had a little speaker that is a Bluetooth and walks with me whenever I go in the house while my thing is charging over there. And as I was going, I was talking to God. I said, God, am I being a man of honor to honor my leader? Apostle Aaron called today and asked about some documents that we're talking over. And as a matter of fact, I think that he said something for you, and I'm going to play in just a second. Because I told him, I said, we're being well defined who we are. There's no doubt anymore. And he said on one message that he sent me, he says, I'm going to leave a message to them, and I'm going to play in just a second for you to hear, because I believe that he left a message there for you. We have to know, my brothers and sisters, who we are and how we honor him. Because if we do not know, you have to understand one of the most difficult things, and I like to use the example of Sonia many times because we're relatives. And it took her a while. She honored me as a brother-in-law. I have no doubt. I'm married to Adina 17 years. For 17 years, she honored me as a brother-in-law. If you say, can we go outside and talk? Tell me something bad that Sonia did. I can tell you. I cannot tell you. I ask her, she does, we talk. She comes over here. But she was being limited. And she could never and would never prosper within this vision. Until she made the decision. And she changed. She wants to grow. She wants to multiply. She wants to sell. She was happy last night. She had one soul.
Amen. Amen. Hallelujah.
And had to start with one. And now she says, oh, remember another lady. I'm going to call her later and know that she's coming. They're going to come. It's a start. And believe me, it's going to take a 1, it's going to take 2, it's going to take 3. Keep on pressing through. Keep on going. Keep on praying. I'm praying for you. You're covered. I can tell you, you're covered. Do not give up. You will see that your blessings are going to come through. And it's going to happen. Amen. It is going to happen. because it is a promise. But it